want to say the league is better when Jayson Tatum is playing basketball. Like I've honestly missed him ever since he went down because I love watching Tatum hoop. He's a great player, great hooper. The Celtics has definitely missed him too a little bit. Like I see a bunch of mass media. They thought Tatum was gonna come back with this like crazy ego. I know he said on that one clip in his documentary that, oh yeah, he said I ain't coming back to be no role player. But I don't think he meant that in a way that people took it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't mean that in the way that people took it. He's coming back to be himself, which is, you know what I'm saying, Tatum. The star that we all known and love. You know what I mean? That's who Tatum is. And that's kind of who I seen a glimpse of tonight. Like, the Celtics are definitely way better with Tatum back. Like, it doesn't matter what version of him. I mean, tonight we seen it was a bunch of rust. You know what I'm saying? Even though he still had 15, 12 rebounds and 7 assists, but that kind of shows just how versatile Tatum is. And that's kind of what I felt he was going to do coming back. Obviously, I didn't think he was going to have 30 points. You know, his first game back, he's rusty. He hasn't played basketball in almost a year. You know what I'm saying? I knew he wasn't going to do all that, but I knew he was going to have an impact that only Tatum can have. And he got that impact of the, you know what I'm saying, a top 5 player in the league. That's just who Tatum is. You know, Giannis, Jokic, even Shea to a certain extent, they all have this ability to impact the game with their intangibles, even if they're not playing the best, even where they're not shooting the best. Basically, these type of level of guys are always impacting their team in some positive way, whether they're shooting 5 from 20, you know what I'm saying, 7 from 23. They're impacting their team in some type of way. And Tatum is one of the best, if not the best, at the intangible things when he's shooting bad. The man's 6'10", 240, strong as a ox. He can rebound. He really knows how to run an offense, as we seen him do tonight. He got Kata some great looks. I think this is probably one of Kata's best games of the season. I think Kata had 16 points, 15 rebounds, 6 of 8. A lot of those points came from Tatum. Tatum's first when he got the ball in his hand. Well, actually, I think he shot the ball a few times, but I think he went like 0 of 6 before getting his first bucket. But that's due to rust. But pick and roll with Kata. He had got Kata a great lob on like his first points of the Celtics. And that's just what Tatum provides. Tatum provides a level of playmaking that that this team was missing. Now, of course, they still have Derek White and Jaylen Brown to a certain extent can, play make, and Peyton Pritchard can do a little bit, but not to the level of Tatum. Tatum is truly, he's probably like a top 10 playmaker in this league. And that's what makes him so good, regardless of his scoring ability. And then you add in his defense, how tall he is, how strong he is. He can do almost anything you ask of him on the basketball floor. Like I said, if I'm being honest, he damn near can guard 1 through 5. Now, not the elite 5s, he damn near can guard the elite 5s. We seen OKC put J-Dub. J-Dub is 6'6". We seen OKC put J-Dub at the 5 when Isaiah Hartenstein was missing last season and Chet was missing last season. And that worked pretty well for them. And he was able to do it because he's a good defensive player. But Tatum is also a great defensive player. Probably even better than, actually, no, I'm going to say it. Jayson Tatum is a better defensive player than J-Dub. And he's taller and stronger. He's 4 inches taller. He weighs probably about 20 to 30 pounds more. We've seen the Celtics put Tatum on Embiid in the past, and we've seen it do pretty well. Like Tatum is just that guy. That's why I never understood when people would say, "Oh yeah, if they would question, oh yeah, Tatum's coming back, how's that gonna mess up the team?" And it's gonna be a fight for the number one option on the team because Jaylen Brown's been playing like an MVP this season, and they thought that Tatum was just gonna come back with this huge ego and that he was just finna be like, "Oh yeah, this is my team." He didn't do that. Now he put some shots up, and I think him and Brown almost took the same amount of shots. Tatum took 16 shots, Brown took 17. But I mean, I feel like Tatum took those shots because he was trying to, get the rust off, and he definitely did in the second half. In the second half, he came off. I think he hit like two straight baskets. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really. Well, he kind of did miss a little bit in the second half. But I mean, all of this is rust. You know what I'm saying? We seen him go to the paint, try to get a dunk off. He missed. Jaylen Brown had threw him a freaking oop in the second half. I don't know why he did that, bro. Bro, they said Jaylen Brown was trolling when he threw that oop, bro. That was so funny. I'm not gonna lie. Cause why would he throw him that lob? Tatum is obviously not like. Anyway, like I'm saying, like I don't understand why people would question Tatum's fit onto this team. Like he can do anything you need of him. Even if you got the ball in Jaylen Brown's hand, they're gonna keep running the ball through Jaylen Brown and the rest of the team. Tim's probably gonna be that third. He's gonna be probably like that third option, maybe second as the games because he got like 20 games to do better in the season. So he's probably gonna become that second option eventually, maybe. But it literally just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Like, he had 12 boards tonight. You know what I'm saying? He had the second. I mean, Kata had 15. But he had 12 boards tonight. You know what I'm saying? He had the second most assists. Brown actually had 7 assists too. But, they're just getting a level of rebounding, playmaking, and defense. It's amazing that he's back. And these guys are actually my new favorites to come out these. They're definitely my. Now Vooch did get hurt tonight. They said he fractured his thumb, but he'll be back pretty soon. I mean, I really think they can probably go far without Vooch. They haven't really been playing him that many minutes. And he hasn't really been like, I don't know, he just hasn't been contributing like I thought he would, you know. But I mean, he's a great backup option to Cater. And even if he is hurt, you still got Garza. Garza's kind of like a mini Vooch. You know what I mean? He can shoot too, just like Vooch. And they're not really running too many post actions for Vooch anyway, so it's not like it really matters. But yeah, man, I'm just so excited to see more from Tatum and what he's gonna do in the next coming games. He's definitely finna get a 30 piece before the end of the season. And the Celtics are pretty scary, at least in the East. I don't really think they're gonna, even if they do make it to the finals, I don't think they're gonna beat anybody that comes out that West. Whoever comes out the West this year, I think is winning the championship now. I mean, uh, you got OKC, you got the Nuggets, you got the Spurs, and you got Minnesota. I think one of those four teams is coming out. Honestly, I'll probably go with how it's looking right now. I say OKC or the Spurs because the Nuggets have been slipping. I do plan on making a video about that, so I want y'all to stay tuned for that Nuggets video because they have definitely been slipping ever since Jokic came back. But yeah, man, I definitely think they can get far. In the East, they got the Pistons. Really, that's I mean that's really all they. I mean Pistons and the Knicks and maybe Cavs. I don't really think the Cavs have too many crazy wings. Like they traded Hunter, who wasn't doing that well this season, but they don't really have that many wings. Like who can really not even stop, but who can really guard? I mean, they got Ellis. Ellis is a pretty good defender. But who was Max Strus? I don't think Max Strus is really doing anything. Oh, they got Tyson too. I just don't think the Cavs in any capacity is stopping anything that the Celtics is doing. Now the Knicks could beat Boston. They just beat them last year, and I don't care what nobody said. They was gonna beat them with Tatum healthy or not. They were literally about to go up 3-1 on them, even if Tatum didn't get hurt that night. But that's whatever. Detroit, I think Detroit's losing to them. They don't have a second option to Cade. We seen that when teams focus on Cade, like I mean, when teams focus on the rest of the team, like Cade just has to take a bunch of shots. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have a Jaylen Brown. He doesn't have a Jayson Tatum. He doesn't have a Tyrese Maxey. He doesn't have a Joel Embiid. He doesn't have a Jalen Williams or a Chet Holmgren. He doesn't have a Scotty Barnes. He doesn't have a Brandon Ingram. He don't have that, you know what I'm saying, that all-star, you know what I'm saying, second option. I mean technically he does. He does have Jalen Duren, who actually was an all-star this year, but he's just not you need someone else. You need someone else. At least for this year. At least for this. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. You just need another like all-star ball handler for them. Like maybe someone like they had Schroeder, but obviously not him. Maybe I don't know. I feel like Brandon Ingram would probably be good on this team. Like a second scoring option to him. That's not the point. Anyway, they don't have that. They're not beating the Celtics whatsoever. I think the Celtics are definitely coming out the East, even if Tatum's giving you this, and this is Tatum at his worst. Tatum can obviously like do much better than this, but this is Tatum at his worst. So I think the East should definitely be scared, and maybe the whole league. But that's all I have for y'all today. If y'all like the vid, man, and subscribe. This is Kobe Talks Hoops. Y'all have a great night.